Hello. Today we're going to do a short inner gauge practice. I use this practice all the time at all different points in my day. You can change it up however you'd like to suit you and have some fun with it as you get used to checking in with yourself. Before we start, let's take a minute to get comfortable. Just noticing if anywhere feels tight or rigid. Maybe you want to change your position, stretch, wiggle. You can sit cross-legged with your feet on the ground, even lie down on your couch if that's more comfortable. I invite you to grab pillows or blankets, just finding a posture that feels good for you right now. And if it feels good, you can close your eyes or just gaze down, just helping to minimize any distractions from the outside world. Let's take a deep breath together. We'll inhale and exhale. Let's take one more deep breath to settle in. And I invite you to turn your attention inward. We're just noticing what we notice. You can start to imagine you have an internal gauge for your emotions from 1 to 10, with 1 at the bottom, kind of like that no good, very bad day. 10 at the top, the best you've ever felt or can imagine feeling. Just noticing where you are on this gauge from 1 to 10. Maybe you feel like you're bouncing or sliding between different numbers. Try not to judge your number, just notice it. Compassionately listening to see if you can name the emotion you're feeling in this moment. If you're unsure what that emotion is, perhaps notice how your breath feels in your body. Does it feel short or deep? Does it get stuck? You can also notice how your muscles feel. And if today you're feeling a little lower on your scale, perhaps imagine with each inhale, every cell lighting up with exactly what you need to feel how you want to feel. And with your exhale, imagine sharing that with a loved one or someone else who could use a little more hope, love, joy, or gratitude in their day today. Continuing on with this breath until you feel every cell, your whole self lighting up. And if you're feeling higher on this scale, perhaps checking in to see if there's another part of you that's feeling differently. Maybe wants to be seen, soothed, cheered on, or even just wants to be invited to play. In some way to know that they're enough just as they are right now. And I'll invite you to try on a higher number on the 1 to 10 scale. Seeing what that feels like. Does your breath change? Does your head lift? Does your posture change? Do you want to invite in your SOS, that source of support, to help you feel like you're at this higher number if it still feels out of reach? Knowing that wherever you are is just right. We're just noticing. You can check back in to see where you want to settle. Noticing if your setting has changed, where you feel like you're landing right now. Maybe it's stayed the same, maybe it's moved up or down. Just noticing without thinking about what that number means. And if you think you should be a different number. And perhaps taking with you a little compassion for yourself and how hard you try every day. Thinking about the idea that so often we compare ourselves to others and see what we don't have instead of noticing everything we do have and everything we do every day. And you can start to bring a little movement back in. Sometimes I like to put my hands over my eyes to let the light in more gradually, or maybe blink your eyes open. Taking your time even as you come back to the room. Maybe savoring this moment you had to check in with yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And if you have any questions, please reach out.